This year is definitely the year of movie news inspired by games.
What the hell?
And the Minecraft movie trailer is proof of that. But did you manage to catch all the Easter eggs and hidden details in this trailer? Surely the first most horrifying and memorable thing everyone noticed in the Minecraft trailer is that cross-eyed pink sheep screaming that way while munching on grass, which might also be in block form. This pink sheep is simply a reference to a character used by the YouTube channel Exploding TNT, which uses the pink sheep in a crazy manner in its animations and videos, making the character a hit among game fans. It's featured in various memes and has taken on strange appearances over the years, like mustaches. Mainly because it's a creature that actually exists in the game but is extremely rare, with only 0.164% of sheep in the game being pink. So this alone is definitely a big nod to the fans and a huge surprise to those unfamiliar with Minecraft's world and lore. But for sure, this sheep is both hilarious and weird at the same time. This is just one of the details and Easter eggs on our list of hidden references in the trailer, so let's dive in as we kick off another Cinewave. Actually, before the goofy sheep, the first reference we see in the movie is the Overworld, the eerie world where everything important in Minecraft's universe began. And by glimpsing this blocky world, we can spot several game scenes in just one look. We can see ruins, villages, mountains, and forests all at once. In fact, if you pay attention, you'll notice even more than that. In the distance, on the horizon, we see rivers of lava pouring from one of the mountains in the scene, indicating that we can already spot the famous lava pools from the Nether, which is basically Minecraft's version of Hell. This suggests that in the movie, the Nether might not exist in another dimension, but could be integrated into the same world. And we can see the same lava pools flowing in other scenes from the trailer, like when the characters are gathering materials at night, with the pools in the background. This deepens the mystery about whether or not we'll see separate dimensions.
Oh, now I see.
In this same opening scene of Minecraft's fantastic world that we'll see in the movie, it's clear that the filmmakers wanted to keep the game's mark in every possible way. Because in addition to the animals, which came out hilarious, like the super weird pink sheep, everything just looks like the game's world. Except for the humans, of course. And if you look closely, you'll notice that even the clouds are square and made of blocks. The trees are also completely cubic, preserving the game's theme perfectly. Now that's what I call attention to detail. Speaking of the Nether and its almost constant presence in the movie, we have to mention its inhabitants, who seem to be the main challenges for the movie characters, the Piglins. They're essentially the hostile creatures that emerge from the Nether, as we just mentioned. However, in the game, we see them in completely different situations, either as zombies or miners. This is because we even see them using hot air balloons. This is a reference to the concepts used in Minecraft Legends, one of the franchise's games released in 2023, which featured piglins using such equipment. And if you're into games and movies like this one, drop a comment below with #mine as a tribute to Minecraft.
I'm Steve.
Speaking of Minecraft Legends, it seems like this game will be a major inspiration for the movie set to release in 2025. Because in case you didn't know, there are a total of 8 different Minecraft games. But back to Legends, we can see that on the game cover, one side clearly features the details of the Nether, where the piglins come from. The resemblance to what appears in the game is amazing. That's because in a certain scene in the trailer, we enter the world of hostile pigs, and besides all that, we can see that Steve, Minecraft's main character, is there too. However, Steve isn't the only one appearing in this part of the game, as hidden among the flames and piglins of the Nether is the Great Villain. If we take a good look at the hellish scene where Steve is standing, we'll see that among the many aggressive pigs with their pickaxes and tools, there's a figure entirely different from the other piglins. We can notice a being holding a slightly curved staff and having purple-colored eyes, different from the hostile pigs that will have yellow eyes in the movie. And this eye color brings us to a theory about this being's connection to the Orb of Dominance. This leads us to one of the most sinister characters in the Minecraft game, called the Seer, who is nothing more than an elder piglin with a set of telekinetic powers. Previously, the orb was discovered by the Arch-Illager, a simple outcast villager who found this super powerful item and created an army to spread chaos and destruction. The orb granted Arch-Illager the power to create monsters, increase his strength, and even perform mind control. At some point, in some way, the Seer took the orb from Arch-Illager and has since used it over the other piglins to make them his army of chaos. In fact, looking once again at the cover of Minecraft Legends, we can clearly see the purple color, which directly refers to the Orb of Dominance within the game. And, by all indications, he has been Steve's major enemy ever since the human entered Minecraft's world, which seems to have happened many years before the group of 4 people we see in the movie.
This is going to be so cool!
Speaking of Steve, along with Alex, who we haven't seen yet in the trailer, he is the main protagonist of the Minecraft franchise. And we can spot him hidden in various moments of the trailer, like in the Nether scene we've already discussed and shown. And in the scene where we notice the existence of a massive castle made of blocks on the side of a mountain. There's Steve once again. Also, when we see Jason Momoa's character, Garrett, forging an item, we can spot Steve once again in the corner of the scene, which makes sense since that seems to be the interior of the very castle Steve built over the years he's lived in that world with those goofy beings. In fact, it's inside Steve's house that we find the largest amount of Minecraft world and real-world Easter eggs. For example, when Garrett, Jason Momoa's character, is forging an item, we can see that on the shelf behind him, there's a significant amount of explosives that Steve seems to have stockpiled in his house for moments of extreme need. When Henry, the little boy who we think is the protagonist of the movie, is using the crafting table, we can see a stack of Rayovac batteries next to him, showing a quick product placement in the film. Also, in the background, there's a reference to the painting Wanderer Above the Sea of Fog, a high-value German artwork, which hints at the fact that it's actually possible to find versions of famous paintings in Minecraft pretty frequently. And have you subscribed to our channel yet? If not, click the subscription button real quick.
Thank you.
At some point in the movie, it seems like the piglins are going to invade Steve's fortress. This is clear from the signs we see behind the horde of hostile pigs in the game, with names like Steve's Lava Chicken, which is something that apparently makes no sense, indicating that the Steve in the movie has been living in that blocky world for so many years that at some point he seems to have lost his sanity and started writing nonsensical things on signs. In fact, we can spot another sign in the background, which is unfortunately still unreadable, but it seems to say the exploding pig, making it clear that Steve's relationship with the piglins is quite tense. Or could these just be signs with the names of restaurants in Minecraft's world? Comment down below what you think. Talking more about the piglin invasion, normally in the game, they're creatures that attack you unless you're wearing gold armor. But even then, if you mine gold or open a chest near them, you'll definitely be attacked. But we don't see them acting in a coordinated manner in the game, which indicates a new interesting feature in the movie, because it's clear they're acting in an organized way, probably following the mental commands of their master. It seems that even within the piglin group, we'll see distinctions between them, as we notice that they are different from each other, with some using spears and others wielding swords. And apparently, they even have a hierarchy, with this central pig seemingly leading this horde of hellish swine. We can see, for instance, that he's wearing a standout helmet and has a skull on his belt. Of course, we couldn't skip talking about the appearance of a creeper behind Garrett in a certain moment of the trailer. Creepers are basically green creatures with a kamikaze nature, silently sneaking up on players with only one purpose: to blow themselves up and take the player with them. Most of the time, this leads to the player's death in the game. I might be wrong, but it seems like Garrett is going to have a bad time, since at that distance from the creeper, there's no way he's going to get away unscathed. But will he end up in Minecraft heaven? I don't think so, but this will probably add a dramatic touch to the movie. Our list of 12 mistakes has come to an end, but that doesn't mean you can't keep hanging out with us. Just click on one of the 2 videos appearing on your screen now. That way, you can have more fun with us. Thanks, and see you soon.